Jacob once again visited Kylo. He was at the back, working in his silo. Jacob said, "Hello, Kylo. I request your aid." Kylo responded, "What'll I get paid?" Jacob said, "Depends on what you need." Kylo laughed, "Hee hee hee. Well, I already have some mighty steed, so I want an army, armor, and tools, you see." Jacob pondered, "If I give you that, do you promise not to be cruel?" Kylo shook his head no, so Jacob frowned as he started to go. Jacob turned back, "Help me, you know what's right. Leave the silo. I know there's still good in you, Sir Kylo." Kylo laughed, "Hee hee hee. That is no longer me. I respond only to Mr. V. V for vengeance, V for vendetta. I'll avenge more than just my Marietta." Jacob then left, heading to the north, reaching the sea, and then his trident he called forth. He traveled the waves at speeds almost the speed of sound. On his search, he saved someone from the drowned. The two talked a bit, and then they became allies. The man came clean, vowing to tell no lies. He gave insight into the plans of V. Jacob then sent him to the Ice Kingdom through the Great Sea. As Jacob traveled, he remembered how far the Bear Kingdom once spanned, passing by all of his old land. Then he remembered an old plan, one shared by both him and Queen Chyamm. There are villages loyal to the Bear King, not recognizing Jacob as the real thing. They trusted not the magic that kept him alive, not understanding how he could possibly survive. He began checking them one by one. He made some see he was real, and almost all of them knew alliances he had won. Though, to Chyamm, he was getting closer, this he could feel. He saw a land he hadn't visited since the war. He stopped a meteor as it did soar. When he went inside, he was greeted by a man. Turns out he was the mayor, and let's say he wasn't a fan. Jacob talked to him, saying he sought his friends. The mayor replied, "They were here. They'd be put to their ends." Jacob looked confused, seeing through the lie, so he replied, "Why would they need to die? I think that was a poor excuse, but why? Oh well, I don't mean to pry, but I think you know my friend's shy." The man looked around in a panic. His behavior started to seem rather manic. He pulled out his sword and charged the king. Jacob grabbed it, and then with it he did fling. Jacob replied, "I will not harm you, and I have no ill will. Calm down and stop this fight, you don't have the skill." The man's mania seemed to swell, and his aggression level fell. The man replied, "I am sorry. I believe you are who you are. But here's the thing. Many here do too, but they hate magic. I know it's somewhat tragic, but it's true. With the hate they do spew. I lied to you because my wife and daughter are gods. I wish you hadn't seen through my great facade. Her magic is gone." Green explained it before he left with John. Jacob then realized the truth. Chyamm was Ethan's bride, and his eyes grew wide as he said, "I wish I was there to see her big day. But one thing is clear, it is here with you and your child she must stay. Tell her not of my rebirth, or the corruption spreading throughout the earth. I'll handle this with Isaiah, my other ally. We must ensure at least one old god does not die." Ethan replied, "I'll do as you say, but come back here if you ever need somewhere to stay." Jacob smiled and said, "Only in a code red. I don't want to be the reason you are all dead." Where did this John and Sir Green go? Ethan replied that he did not know. With no leads, Jacob decided to leave and go home, as he may never know where Sir Green now did roam. But with more of his old kingdom allied once more, the Ice Kingdom's power had grown as he prepared to face the new war.